Alright guys, so channel update. So the last video, at the end of that, I discussed about Patreon and whether that's what I should do, or I've been thinking about it and all that kind of stuff. And I talked about Biker Bits, the shop business, and my other business, BWC, and how it's going down, blah, 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 blah. So I've decided to do this Patreon bloody account. I've set it up, it's all live now and it's all there, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can because I tried to do this and I just rambled on. So yeah, ever since, what was it, August last year was when I said, all right guys, I'm going to turn this into a channel. That's what everybody seems to think this is. I'm going to try and do it. But it was just a lot of work to do that and also look after the business. So what I've now done, me and Nay have discussed and talked, she's now taking over the whole control of Biker Bits, as in, before we shared it and I did a lot of the managerial ordering and all that kind of stuff. She's now doing it all. So that's basically freeing up my little brain. I need to be very focused on. If I'm focused on one thing, I can go hell for leather and just go crazy at it. But when I've got two big things in my life that needs a lot of focus, I really struggle, and things start to, you spread yourself too bloody thin, basically, and those things don't operate the way that they could or should or whatever. So Nay's doing that, and that's fantastic. I'm obviously still around to help out, but it's just the brain power. I go, she's got it all under control. I don't have to worry about it, but I can help her do this, and then I go and do my other stuff. All right, cool. That's done. So that's now enabling me to go full steam ahead on this channel. Heaps of ideas on what we've done. I've already stuff that I've set up previously. Actually, before we do anything, here is something that's coming up and something that I've been working on, but I just haven't had the time or the resources to bloody do it. So we'll come back, I'll change the bloody angle as well. We'll go out there. All right, here it is. Welcome guys to the Proving Ground. So I guess you're wondering, what bloody crazy thing is Mark getting into now? As most of you guys know, I love to come out here and play because it's so close to home. So I thought for fun, I'd set up a little bloody time track. The time track is about 1 kilometre worth of sharp turns, little hills and whoop-whoops. It's a great way to test out your bike's adventure setup. I've found it's a great way to push my boundaries and learn new skills. It doesn't matter what size bike you've got. Alright guys, enough of this craziness. Let's get back to the man cave. Alright guys, let me get changed, get some lights on, and we'll get into the details of it. So there you go, that's just one of the things in the pipeline. That thing's been in my head, and I started bloody doing that, obviously when I got the drone footage. So other stuff is the shit easy motorcycle camp cooking. What I basically want to do is one video a month of I do that, but we go out to a location and do it. So I'm not just doing it in the man cave, and I might choose a particular. It might be the Postie bike, it might be Harry the Boulevard, it might be Max the DR650, it might even be on Jackie Boy Nay's bike. So I'll travel out to a location. It'll be a cool location, and then we'll do some type of camp cooking, whether it's curried sausages, whatever it is. When I first was doing that, it was more just trying to find things that were not refrigeratable, but I want to expand more on that. It's all obviously going to be for taking when you're going on a motorcycle bloody trip. Bike reviews is another one. So I've been chatting with Alistair, and he's up for it 100%. So it's Man Cave motorcycle reviews. So it can be two things or two joined together. One of it will be me and Alistair, and we might even Brendan doesn't know, I'm going to say this, might be Nerd One. Nerd One comes up to Bendigo from Melbourne, sits down with me, Alistair, and we have you guys with us, and we chat about whatever the latest bloody bike is, or a particular bike, and just go through the nuts and bolts and what our thoughts are, see what your thoughts are in the comments when you bloody comment. The other thing is actually getting a bike and taking it out real world and riding it and seeing, you know, how it performs and all that kind of stuff. So that's the bike reviews. So motorcycle gear, camp gear, I want to be able to do a lot more reviews on that stuff, and that'll be, I'm hoping to, I want to do that so it's hands-on stuff. So whether that means I've got to go to BCF or Anaconda, one of the outdoor stores, find a stove and go, look, that cool, you know, one of those stoves where you burn the wood and then it also gives you energy to charge your bloody iPhone or whatever it is. Go and buy one of those things, bring it in here, see how the bloody things work. Is it really worth having that big bulky thing just to be able to charge up an iPhone? How much energy is going to come out of it? You know, that type of stuff. So I want to get into doing more of that stuff. All right, so there's a whole heap more. I've got a bloody notepad written down with all the. I'm not going to go through them all now because I'll just bore the absolute bloody shit out of you. All right, let's talk about, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Patreon, but I'm going to change the location. Actually, guys, before we get into the Patreon stuff, I should mention that I'm going to continue to do Mancave Tuesday. I think everybody seems to like that little show, bloody whatever it is. So that will continue to happen each Tuesday. All right, cool. Let's we'll go back over here and get into the Patreon stuff. All right, guys. So the Patreon Duvalaki thing. So it's patreon.com. I've set up an account. It's a bit like a Facebook, setting up a Facebook account, except it's a crowdfunding site. So it's a bit like Kickstarter, except Patreon is an ongoing thing. So I've set that up. They have what they call rewards, and so I've set up 3 tiers. There's a $1, a $5, a $10. Now you can do whatever you can do. $2, $3, $5, whatever. But in each of those tiers are rewards for whatever you choose. They also have these little goal things. It's all, I don't know, it's all bloody craziness if you ask me. But if it helps getting this bloody channel up and going, I think it might be a good thing. But they have these goals, so like, but I might end up only getting $10 a month out of it, but I've set so that the first goal is $250. If we get $250, that should easy motorcycle camp cooking, I'll be able to do one of those every month. Now I'm already going to start doing everything because I've committed to doing it, and I'm hoping that this Patreon's going to help move this channel, and then hopefully we can generate more money to continue doing it. The second tier is the second goal I've put is $500. If we manage to get $500 a month, I said to Nay, right, we're going to jump on Harry the Boulevard. She's getting on the back, and we're going up to Coopapedy, which is a bloody long way out in the middle of the outback. Now we're not just going to go up the main highway to it. We're going to go up the Unadilla track up to Williams Creek, and then we'll cut across from there over to Coopapedy. Now, Coopapedy is a opal mining city. It's not really a city, it's a town. It's only small. And but what they have there, it's really cool. I mean, it's just, I love the outback. But they have motels that are in the ground. So when the miners have dug stuff out and it's just, the mine's gone, people have actually set up motels in there. So your motels in like what looks like a cave. Anyway, it's pretty cool. So I said, that's what we'll do. We'll go there, and of course we're going to bring you guys along with us. It's going to be a bit challenging because we're going to be on a cruiser, going to be 2 up, and going the way that we're going on the Unadilla track and all that. It's all dirt, and it shouldn't be sandy at that section. That should be, hopefully, it all depends on when you turn. You know, things out there can just change from one day to the next, but so that's what we're going to do if we hit the 500 mark. But as I said, we're going to just keep on going. All right, I'm rambling again. So get on over to Patreon if you want to help bloody, or if you want to invest in the channel to see if we can bloody grow this to bigger heights and whatever. What else can I say? Oh, I know what else I was going to say. If you don't have the means to do the Patreon thing, or you don't want to bloody do the Patreon thing because for whatever reason, The videos are still going to be there. They're still going to be bloody free. Obviously, I'll be doing particular videos that will be only for the Patreons. I haven't exactly worked out what that is, but of course I will do some cool bloody stuff. Yeah, so even to help, it doesn't have to be a money thing to try and help grow this, because I've never done the whole, subscribe and bloody, like this video and get on forums and try and promote it and all that kind of stuff. I haven't gone down that track. I'm not that type of person, I suppose. It's a struggle kind of like doing this shit as it is. So, liking, sharing the bloody videos, getting comments and all that. I mean, creating this bloody community, that's hopefully what will, continue to grow this, as long as these videos are bloody good. I don't know. All right, guys. I shall see you in the next video, or I'll see you over at bloody Patreon. Remember, keep on riding. If you ain't bloody riding, keep on keeping on.